Hi everybody, it's Andrew Hutchings here with you here today. Still not a doctor, still never giving medical advice, just giving medical information, consolidating it from the whole big wide world and putting it at one place at your fingertips. Well, actually in front of your eyes or your ears because you're listening to me. And I give my opinion along with it sometimes. So this video is a short one. It's a random thought of mine. So there's basically like two main ways that medications lower blood pressure. So I know a lot of people have to take blood pressure medications, and there's so many of them, they can be so confusing. It's like, but there's two main ways. So way number one, I could choose this to be way number two, but way number one is you lower the amount of blood volume. Way number two is you give that blood more space. So way number one is often accomplished by giving diuretics. You decrease the amount of water and you get that out of you by urinating it out. And that water is normally, so your blood has a lot of water in it. When you decrease your water because you urinate it out, your blood volume gets smaller. Same space, but less stuff inside of it equals less pressure. So that's way number one. Way number two is you've got this space and you've got the stuff inside of it, but we're gonna leave that alone and we're gonna make the space bigger. Bigger space, same amount of stuff in there, lower pressure. Pretty simple. So drugs that make the blood vessels bigger to give it more space, those are called vasodilators. There are all sorts of vasodilators. And actually, there's a lot of medications that we wouldn't classify as a vasodilator, but they are vasodilators. So morphine, for example, is a great, amazing vasodilator. But will doctors give it to you for your blood pressure? Sadly, no, because they don't want you to feel good. I mean, yes, they say they don't want you to get addicted, but if you're 75 years old and you've got high blood pressure and you're like having heart attacks all the time, what are you more worried about? Having a heart attack and dying? Or maybe feeling a little too good from your Vicodin prescription? I know what I would be more worried about. And even if you did get addicted, you're 75 years old, what's the worst that can happen? You're supposed to take it anyways because it's good for your blood pressure. So what's the big problem with if you get addicted to taking it? You're supposed to be taking it. See, doctors don't have that kind of logic usually. That's why I'm not a doctor. I do think that I might like to be a doctor someday, but I will be a good doctor. Not one of these typical, I have so many names I could call them, but yeah. If you should be taking something to lower your blood pressure, where's the harm in actually liking taking it? When I'm 75 years old, I want to feel as good as possible. So if I had the choice between taking a blood pressure medication that's going to cause like a whole bunch of random side effects and make me feel weird and dizzy, or who knows how it's going to make you feel, or take a medication that's been around for decades or even centuries. Decades for the synthetic opiates, or centuries or millennium for however long the opium poppy's been around. But yeah, I think I would go with the opioids. Lower my blood pressure while feeling good. Because who doesn't like feeling good? If you had two choices, two medications, they both do the same thing. You need one or the other to live. This one makes you feel like crap. This one makes you feel good. Which one are you gonna choose? I know which one I'm gonna choose. The one that makes me feel good. But doctors are more concerned that you would become addicted. Yes, once again, maybe you would, but why does it matter, especially if you're an old person? Typically it's when you're in older age when you start having high blood pressure and heart problems. Maybe you're in your 50s, hopefully not, but even if you're in your, you don't want to get addicted in a bad way, but if you just take your medication like you're supposed to, and you're not increasing the dose or going out on the street and trying to buy heroin, why does it matter? Okay, so yeah, great vasodilators are opiates, but not all of them, because some of the synthetic ones have disassociated the vasodilatory side effects, you could call them, from the main opioid action. So good ones are ones that are going to release a lot of histamine to get those blood vessels big and open, like morphine. Another good, enjoyable vasodilator is theobromine, which is in dark chocolate, because if you have to take something to dilate your blood vessels, why not take something that either makes you feel good or you like taking? So in the case of theobromine, well, if you like chocolate, well, you're in luck. You get to have chocolate as your medicine. Now, maybe you aren't going to eat enough dark chocolate to have it be all, and you would have to, if you rely on it for your life, you'd have to be eating that dark chocolate like it's a medication, so you don't want to forget to eat it one night, or one morning, or one afternoon. So you'd have to be eating it all the time. So perhaps that would be a problem for you, perhaps not. But also, chances are it's not going to be strong enough if you have. It's a good vasodilator, but it's not the strongest. Oh, another fun vasodilator. Alcohol. Yes, alcohol. However, alcohol does also tend to increase blood pressure in some people at certain amounts. So if you decide to experiment with alcohol for your blood pressure, which I don't recommend, and I'm not a doctor, so I can't give medical advice, and I'm not giving it. But if you do, just test it out with one drink, measure blood pressure, then have one drink. Wait 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It depends on your particular body, how fast you get the alcohol into you and it starts affecting you. But once the alcohol is affecting you, then you measure the blood pressure again, make sure it has gone down. Now, there may be at a low dose, it goes up. Maybe at a high dose, it goes down. Who knows? Maybe it's the reverse for you, where a low dose of alcohol makes it go. I don't remember what I just said, but yeah. So alcohol can have different effects. It just depends on the person. But it can be a good vasodilator and good for blood pressure. Keyword can, because once again, like I said, for some people at certain doses, it causes blood pressure to go up. And if you have an incredibly high heart rate, it may not be, never mind. So, Now when it comes to diuretics, you're probably going to need a strong one, so you probably aren't going to find a nice, fun, enjoyable option there. I mean, like, theobromine is a weak diuretic, so you kind of kill two birds with one stone, because you get the vasodilation and the diuresis. So that's good. So why not toss some dark chocolate into your diet if you have high blood pressure? I mean, I would. Alcohol is a diuretic too. What a coincidence. Kill two birds with one stone once again. But you gotta remember, if you're taking diuretics, you're altering your ions in your body, your electrolytes. So get your sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, all that checked up regularly. And if they're out of balance, supplement them, but supplement them with bioavailable forms, meaning forms that can actually be absorbed into your body, not just excreted straight out. So like magnesium, you want to go with magnesium glycinate or magnesium lysate. A form of magnesium attached to an amino acid is typically pretty good. I don't know what kind of sodium and stuff is available on the market. I mean, it seems like sodium chloride is absorbed plenty well. I mean, you have table salt, and I don't think there's any absorption problems with that. Your calcium, probably wouldn't go with calcium carbonate like in Tums. Once again, I don't know what calcium products are on the market because I don't use them. Your potassium, maybe you can get it from bananas. I don't know what potassium products are on the market. But in terms of other diuretics, probably not going to find very many fun options. So if you can get away with the dark chocolate or the alcohol, great. Now, is it likely? If you have really horrible blood pressure, it's not likely, sadly. But if you just need a little extra help, or maybe your blood pressure is only a little out of there, yeah, maybe it's good for you. And it's not going to hurt. Well, I mean, the alcohol could hurt. That's the tricky one, because it could cause blood pressure to go up. So you got to be careful and be monitored while you test out which kind of alcohol dosage is right for you. Not recommending it once again, because I'm not a doctor. So yeah, to recap on everything, there are two basic ways of lowering blood pressure. Lowering the volume of the blood by diuretics to get more water out of you, and by increasing the amount of space the blood has to travel through with vasodilators to open up the blood vessels. Yeah, like if you're an old person, morphine would be a great vasodilator. Sad they don't prescribe it. I mean, how horrible, you might actually feel good sitting on the couch. I mean, by the time you're 75, I bet your back hurts too, and maybe your legs, arms. Who knows what kind of body parts on you hurt, but I mean, it'd probably be nice to have some morphine when you're 75. Dark chocolate? Yeah, I like it. If you like it, maybe try it out. That's not medicine, so I think I can say try that out. Because it's not medical advice, it's nutrition advice. It's chocolate. So yeah, that's pretty much all. I hope you like this video. I hope it makes things much more easy to understand, because there's so many medications out there, but most of them are going to do one of those two things. And probably if you have really bad high blood pressure, you need to do both. And hopefully you can find the medication with the least side effects for you, that makes you feel the best. Because I like feeling good, I bet you like feeling good. If you had the choice to feel bad or to feel good, most people are going to choose to feel good. So good luck with that. Please like and subscribe, whichever side it's going to be on. And check out my Instagram, natural_true_fitness. And just know that you can hire me for diet advice, what to do in the gym advice, supplement advice, explanation of supplement ingredients, consolidation of medical information along with my opinion. I mean, if you want to hire me for something, just ask me and I'll tell you if I'll do it. Because there's many things I can help you with or do. Can't list them all. I'm a self-proclaimed somewhat expert on molecules and their interactions with the world and the human body. Yes, I like molecules and chemistry. And the human body is chemistry. It's all molecules. Yeah, website coming soon. I think that's about all. So good luck.